In this video, we will be discussing how to find the maximum, minimum, and zeros of a quadratic function. The parabola is the U-shaped graph of the quadratic function. The equation for a parabola is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. This particular parabola is facing down because a is less than 0. Every parabola has an axis of symmetry. To find it, you can use the equation x equals negative b over 2a. The blue lines represent the original grid. As you can see, the parabola does not always have to be in the center of the x and y axes. To find the point of intersection between the parabola and the y-axis, you can use the coordinates 0, c. Each parabola has a minimum or maximum. If a is greater than 0, then the parabola will have a minimum. The minimum is the lowest point on the parabola. It is represented by the darker chocolate chip. To find the minimum, you must use a calculator. First, input your equation into the calculator. Then press second, trace, and select 3 or 4 depending on whether you want to find the minimum or maximum. Because we are finding the minimum, we will press 3. After this, the screen should ask you for a unit that is left bound. Use the arrows to find a point left of the minimum and hit enter. Then find a point to the right of the minimum and press enter. The calculator will find the lowest point between the 2 points that you selected, which is your minimum. Here you can see that the graph is facing downward because a is less than 0. Now the darker chocolate chip represents the maximum. The process for finding the maximum is almost identical to finding the minimum. Again, input your new equation into the calculator. Then press second, trace, and 4 this time to find the maximum. Again, you must find the left bound and right bound points, and then the calculator will determine the maximum point, which is the highest point on the parabola. The zeros of the equation are the points where the parabola intersects the x-intercept. Sometimes there are no zeros if the parabola doesn't intersect the x-axis. The zeros can be used by using the quadratic equation, factoring the original equation, or using the calculator. Another way to find the zeros of an equation is to plug it into the calculator. First, plug the equation into the calculator. Press graph to view your parabola. Press second, trace, to find the zeros of the equation. Press 2 to find the 0. Then find the points left bound and right bound to the 0. Press enter to find the 0. Do the same process over again to find the second 0. Another way to find the zeros of an equation using the calculator is to press second graph to go to the table. Then find the points where the y coordinate is at 0 to find the zeros of the equation. As you can see, all of these processes have the quadratic equation, factoring the equation, and using the calculator have all found the same zeros.
It's parabola and we know it.